Finally, time to get started on Chapter 11. Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Last time, we managed to complete an infinity missions, or rather a lot of missions over the course of their time here in NLA. And this time, we are going to be actually taking care of a few more things here in NLA. We're going to be also going ahead and starting Chapter 11. Before we do that though, I want to show off that we have a new skill here. I have nicknamed it Miramoset and gave it a new custom color because this is our first level 50 skill. We will not get any of the level 50 skills in for a long while. This is why I went after this one in particular, because it has the highest evasion of the characters. And we're fine with the skills of the other party members that have, just because it really doesn't matter all that much. Plus they have a high amount of pet damage anyway, and I've also upgraded the skills as well. There are a few necessary things I've upgraded as well. Beyond that though, I would say it's fine to go on a merry way. So, for our next chapter, we're going to be doing Chapter 11. Complete 10% survey of Coldros, which is actually a decently annoying requirement. 9 lives affinity mission needs to be completed, so you can find this in Barissa Court in Commercial District. And you also need to complete Boot Camp in the Outfitters Test Hangar. Doing all 3 of those things at once will allow you to get access to Chapter 11. This is also where the story picks up a humongous amount. So if you're really worried about any spoilers at all, especially given the fact the game itself is actually going to pick up, you can do so. Also, Nagi is restricted. So, let us get started with Chapter 11. Consequences.
So, what should I whip up today?
Let's get the house special.
All right, you got it.
Commander?
It's Lau. Hey, get away from that! Elma, get your butts over here!
What was that all about? Did I hear him talking to Lau?
Whatever it was, it didn't sound very good. We'd better get to the hangar ASAP.
Reports Commander Van Dam's urgent request. So let's get to the hangar. Before we do anything else, there is no availability of other missions while we're doing this. So, let us go to the hangar. Let's go walk there, unfortunately. You know, I just realized something while on the way there. I completely turned off the UI for helmets because I wanted to show off helmets a little bit, but the problem is it's not the best thing in the world, especially when characters are trying to do dialogue options, and unfortunately, it turns all of them off rather than just one character's AI. Yeah, I don't like it either. I don't know what the reason of why that change is. Bit annoying, and what can you do? Now, let's get to the hangar quickly, because it appears that Lau is up to something, and we better stop him. And if you can't tell by context of the story, then you're not going to be shocked by this. For those who played the Wii U version of the game, you're not shocked by it either. Let's just get going and head over. The hangar itself, or rather, the Forbidden Hangar, that's restricted for a lot of skulls. We even had the old skull, or rather the original thing that was stolen from the actual base all the way here, the Vita.
Boy, have you lost your mind! You know damn well what that data means to us, to our entire race!
Of course I do. It means an end to this giant lie. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Commander, what's going on?
Ask Lau. We caught him stealing a data terminal with classified intel.
Stealing intel?
Explain yourself, Lau.
You should have let me die that day, Elma. You knew the truth. That I was a Ganglion spy.
What?
I had my suspicions, but I didn't want to believe it.
Your mistake. And it'll cost you. The data and your newest skell, the Prague Ares. The ganglion will appreciate the gift.
Boy, I am gonna kick your ass so hard, your real body will feel it.
Not if you value your precious data.
Wow! What the hell's going on here?
Oh, look at this. The whole gang's coming out to say goodbye.
What the hell, Lao?
Hold your fire. He's got the only copy of that data on his MIM.
Damn it! A little insurance policy. Sorry, Doug.
You'd betray all your friends? Your entire species?
Well, I'm no big fan of theirs, believe me. The talking cats or that giant leech. But the ganglion and I share a common goal.
And that is?
Think about it, Doug. You know the answer.
The hell I do. You've lost it, man.
Yeah. I lost it all. Goodbye.
Lao!
All right. What exactly happened back there?
Welp. You all know how Frontier Nav uses the White Whale's trajectory data to simulate potential crash scenarios. Then cross-checks it with our probes to narrow down possible lifehold coordinates. Well, all that work paid off. We finally got enough probes in the ground to accomplish what we've been trying to do. In other words, we can isolate every possible landing zone and scan them to find the lifehold core.
What?
Oh ho!
Are you certain?
That's what the eggheads tell me.
Tatsu-do dance of discovery!
So what are we waiting for?
It's because of Lao.
Lao? I don't get it.
I think I do.
That's right. He took the terminal that was analyzing the data and deleted all the backups for good measure.
Can it be redone?
We already started over. But the coordinates were calculated from a massive amount of accumulated data. Redoing all the work we did up until this point could take weeks, if not more.
Which means the lifehold would run out of time first, and then... poof.
Bingo.
Then we have no choice.
We have to find Lao and recover that terminal.
For now, let's assume he's headed for that ganglion stronghold we heard about north of Sylvalum. We'll need to hurry.
I just hope that Gajarg guy was telling the truth.
Everything is riding on this mission. Don't screw it up. That goddamn good-for-nothing... What the hell is he after?
Like I said before, the story picked up. Now, there are a lot of reasons why Lao does what he did, and why he did it, outright speaking. We will be learning about that shortly, but we've heard his past, we have heard a lot of things from the heart-to-hearts. And not only that, we have learned that Lao had a family, but they weren't allowed on the White Whale, they all died. So, we don't know what his objective as fully is. Stopping the life hold actually dooms our entire race. I don't know why he would do that, right? Well, that's a lot of questions people will usually ask, especially when it comes to this area in the game. Thankfully, though, I got a lot of fuel up, and believe me, I recommend getting fuel up for your Skell if you really want to go use the Skell for this mission. We're going to be using the Skell outright, the Hasselvog, rather, in order to get this out of the way. I'm going to be going ahead and going after frag augments. I'm going to boost myself and give myself more fuel augments because I want to get access to more fuel because it is very, very, very annoying when I am low on fuel. Unfortunately, there are not many ways to get more fuel in the game, and it's arguably very, very annoying. So let's actually go ahead and see if I can get... You know what? We're going to be doing something a little bit interesting here. I haven't done this in a while, but we're actually going to be going ahead and getting this. Let's track this one first, and then we can use the material market to exchange for them because it's faster and more convenient compared to just grabbing them from the area. The enemies that require them are annoying. Let's go ahead and get 8. There we go. I think that's enough for at least enough for fuel recovery because the one thing about the Skell's biggest flaw is the fact that fuel recovery is a pain. And this will make parking immediately very easy. All right, we got 20 units. Let's go get the 20 units. Excuse me, game. Thank you. Okay, that's just what I needed. I don't need this anymore. I don't even need it anymore. Let's just go cancel tracking. There we go. And now we can go after something else entirely, which would help out a lot more. Let's go ahead and boost fuel efficiency, so that way the Skell doesn't lose as much fuel while fighting an enemy. This will be very helpful for you going forward. Let's go ahead and track this as well, and then we can use the material market again in exchange. You're going to want to keep getting material market and material tickets. Believe me, it'll make your life so much easier when doing so. So I just need 5 to make this thing a little bit more convenient. There we go. Let's go ahead and actually get ourselves the special fuel costs. This way, I won't have to burn so much fuel off while fighting an enemy. The one thing about the light Skells that have way big problems is the fact that their fuel efficiency is terrible. They have high evasion, yes, but their biggest weakness is their fuel efficiency, which is annoying. Now that we're done with that, let's go and go into the AM market. Let's see if we can upgrade anything else right now for a little bit. Unfortunately, nothing really is coming to mind when I want to upgrade. Unfortunately, we have 70,000 units and nothing really too high. I can likely boost Murdoch all the way up to at least, I'd say, about 5,000 units and just get that one out of the way. Murdoch Manager, that is level up. That's great. Because now that means everything is now level 3 to level 4, which is actually perfect for me because I needed it the most. And now that we're done with that, I can actually go ahead and go back on Hasselvog, or rather Muramasa, and actually go and fly off. We're going to be flying to there instead of just skip coming there because, for one thing, I like doing this when I'm doing a game. It's going to be a long flight into the center of Cauldros. So, yeah, this is why. Let's go ahead and fly. And since we are using Hasselvog, woohoo! I love doing this while flying to the Cauldros. It's hilariously cool. And honestly, I really enjoy it. And we're going to be doing this at nighttime anyway, so it's actually pretty more convenient. Plus, it's not exactly a long mission. Chapter 11 is, ironically enough, very short if you're used to it. The only downside and flaw of this mission is the fact that it can be strict for those who are having trouble with their leveling system. Believe me, it can be strict. Thankfully, though, we're actually getting very quick on far. Hasselvog is actually the fastest when it comes to air flight in the game, so we can actually get away with going this way. However, as you notice, everyone's popping in and out because Hasselvog is flying too fast. Because of that, I don't really have a problem with it. Plus, it's easy to get my fuel back very quickly. There we go. We are back in Sylvium, and ironically enough, that actually makes things a little more convenient. Let's go ahead and fly past Sylvium. We don't need anything here right now. And we should be halfway towards getting there entirely. I won't be worrying about other objectives while we're in here and in the Ganglion base because this is actually very, very hard. Plus, we're not worrying about our fuel consumption because guess what? Something coming up is going to stop us from using our skulls, and we're going to need the fuel to recover anyway. This makes things a lot more convenient. And now, I want to recommend, outright speaking, there are ways to get your material tickets up to maximum quickly, but we will not be showing them off until a little bit. I want to do that next episode, but this episode we're going to be focusing primarily on getting to Cauldros and getting Chapter 11 done. So let's go ahead in the middle and actually avoid all the enemies. There we go. Levels don't matter, but I boosted the Skull up to a point where I can actually use it very efficiently. There we go. Oh boy, there's a lot of enemies. It's not exactly that easy,
Reinforcements.
but they are going to be very slow compared to Herzog. So let's actually continue
Where did they
on.
all come from?
Or other than Sim's ruins, ironically enough, is very, very, very far away. There we go. I avoided all the enemies. Now I can actually go back down again. I was trying to avoid enemies entirely, and believe me, it's not easy to avoid them, outright speaking. It's very annoying, actually. And now that we're here, we can actually go and land. Unfortunately, Arthur and Sim Gate will stop us from their tracks immediately, even if we approach from the air.
This reading. It's the Prague Aries. This puts its signature in the middle of the large chamber on the other side of this structure.
You think we found Lao then?
He can't be far. Let's go.
Okay. I have no idea how to open this.
All right. Let's look around and see if we spot another entrance.
How about door up over there?
Well, we have our objective. We can get to that door. However, there's a little bit of a caveat. Because we can't do anything right now, let's get out of our skull and let this skull do its job. I forgot to actually equip the dang augments onto my skull. I'm an idiot box, and I deserve to be called out for it. Let's go ahead and get ourselves our fuel costs increase, and then all the units. Let's go ahead and... I'm gonna get rid of the fuel capacity. Honestly, it's not as necessary as you appear to be. And then we'll do this while fighting. There we go. Now the skull is gonna be a bit of a great skull anyway. As you see, the fuel is recovering far faster than other skulls in the game, and believe me, it does recover far faster. New enemies will be showing up as well. The Marniks are back again. They're not exactly new, they're old. They aren't exactly facing us, so ironically enough, we can get a first strike on them. And they're currently just talking like idiots, so ironically enough, it's funny. And Tatu, what are you doing? Well, let's use Magnum Edge. Haha. Ah, yes, I love doing that in the first strike. All right. Hello, I can now do a spin again. I love True Stream Edge. It's way too fun to use. I also boosted my potential up, so as a result of this, I'm going to be able to do a massive damage with Blossom Dance. Let's try it out. And boosted a bit of damage compared to the old times. I actually had a lot more trouble with the first one. Let's go this way, Xenoblade, and then let's keep Xenoblade. And then let's do this again, and then do this again. I missed the finish. Okay, there we go. There is somebody around here. Okay, a lot of Marniks. Not fun. I'm just gonna press this button, and then they're spinning. I love doing that. It's hilarious. Well, they're all dead because Elma and Lynn could blow them up. And there we go. Now, the alarm going off is a sign of bad things to come. Yes, it is. So, let's go ahead and continue forward. This is actually for those a little bit more familiar people who played Xenoblade 1, but it's not as fun as Xenoblade 1 because, believe me, Xenoblade 1's more fun. Hello. Die. Oh, stagger the melee attack? Why didn't you say so? Alright, I love doing that. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, hell. There we go.
Look at that.
I'm gonna do walking Ghost Walker. Alright, you actually make this very easy for me. There we go. And let's do this again and keep going with this. Alright. I'm not concerned at all by these guys, so it's gonna be very easy. Let's go very easy, actually. Do this. The Gangling Weapons Hanger, pretty good. Okay, let's go to the back again. All right, boom, boom. There we go. Very easy to take down. Ooh, actually a lot of good weapons, but nothing I want personally. I still want a weapon that's actually, really good. Okay, there's also a tyrant here. Not as fun. Open this door, by the way. There's actually an elevator if you want to take an elevator upward immediately. The elevator will lead you to any area that's above you, and believe me, I recommend doing these because it is convenient to actually go and grab items here, because items are a big thing about this game that has a habit. Alien containers can be found around the base as well, so you can actually find a lot of them around here, but these guys are just one-on-one. They're not exactly as bad compared to other enemies in the game. Honestly, I never really had trouble with Chapter 11, outright speaking. It's Chapter 12 I had trouble with. I don't know why I had trouble with Chapter 11 one time, but I think it was because I was forgetting to switch my equipment, and B, I kept dying. That would be me. That would be me. I have done dumb things in Xenoblade Chronicles before, where I just try to knock enemies off the ledges and hope for the best, because man, oh man, on Xenoblade 1, that was hilarious. Keep getting shotguns when no one has a shotgun equipped. That is annoying. There we go. Experience credits and battle points. Really good to get. We are still not level 9 yet. Ooh, electric attribute damage. Ooh, that's actually perfect. I think I want to give that to Elma in a bit, but right now we'll ignore that. Since we are near a tyrant, I actually can bust it up. So let's go see if the tyrant's still here. I think it's vanished for no reason. I guess he vanished. Whatever. I'm not losing much. Whoa. There he is. Never mind. Found him. Alright. I'll play this game. And then let's go for... Hello, game. You just think. Sheesh, game. Not funny. And let's do this. Alright, there we go. And let's do this again. And then boom, 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 boom. Oh, alright. I'm loving this. Yes, I am. Oh, you're running. I hate that. You... Oh, okay, you know what? Fine. I'm attacking your brethren. I don't care anymore. Okay, you are staying in the air. Get down here, you stupid nuisance. That is not funny in the slightest. Get down here. I wasted my entire overdrive because he was staying in the air. I hate it here. Thank you. Oh, damn it. Don't you hate one of those moments when the enemies decide to have high ground and I don't like it either? Okay, it's not going to fall down, and the stinking stun sky high is actually making it worse. I'm going to have no choice but to use Slide and Slinger repeatedly just to hit it. Ironically enough, I have no other choice, because it's not good. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Now I can try it. There we go. Where B? Interesting. Yeah, spot. I'm gonna go ahead and attack this guy in the back because he is not paying attention. He's clearly goofing around on a job. Hey, wake up! Get back to work. Don't worry, you can die in peace. There we go. I love doing this to the enemies because Monarchs are easy to take care of on your first trip. There is a new enemy coming up soon, but honestly speaking, they're nowhere near as bad. Monarchs are the joke enemy, but the other enemies are gonna be a little bit. I'd say the word is. You're gonna have to watch out, be good about your evasion, or you're near dead. Believe me, unless you have the HP for it, it's not fun. There we go. Longer belt, whatever. Not what I was looking for, but whatever. Although this guy is clearly asleep at the job again. There is nothing here that has another opening, by the way, in case you're wondering. There's only one opening. There's actually a second one right over here, so let's go and check this out. There's an alien container right here. Let's go grab it. There we go. Nice. More experience and credits again, but not exactly what I was hoping for. Battle points is still good nonetheless. But we have an overabundance of battle points because I can't use them right now. Anytime I have way too many battle points, I just burn them off. Let's go to Collectabia and see if we have Cold Rust a bit activated because I would like to check because I haven't touched Cold Rust much. Hold on. Why haven't I not touched? Okay, whatever. Clearly, I was goofing off and forgetting about this entirely, and it's my bad for it. Let's go ahead and get all the items that we can get from here. I usually only go focus on rows I can complete. So let's go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. More battle points. Great. This battle point also counts towards everyone, so technically speaking, I get a lot of battle points for everyone around me. So it's convenient, but I would say it's not as necessary. Wreckage. Alright, that is very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. 3D printer. I wish I had a 3D printer. You're kidding, right? That thing builds materials. Nothing else? Alright. Man, I am behind on Collectopedia. What the heck is going on? Yeah, you can only find them randomly, and there's no variable of, like, where their items are and located in the game, so I have no choice but to keep doing this repeatedly. It's very annoying, but I don't really get an option here. And funny enough, I'm getting a lot of battle points that I really needed. And it's pretty convenient because you can also find out what the collectibles have for their prices, and that's pretty much a good thing about them, but older areas tend to have a lot of materials, so yeah, that's because I've been there for the longest. Honestly, trying to burn through missions is actually one of the more annoying things in the game, and believe me, I don't like it. All right, let's get the nature artifacts. That's out of the way. Okay, good. More battle points. Great, 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 great. I got a lot of those spores. Relics, okay. All right, we got a lot of battle points out of that. Ironically enough, I've gotten at least 80 at best, which is actually pretty insane for me, given the fact that it's going to be a pain in the neck later. All right, let's go and check Cauldros. I have not gotten much in Cauldros. That makes sense. Okay, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and smack you in the back, because I clearly hate your guts. For those wondering what's easier to record for me, Xenoblade Chronicles is harder to record for me because I have to go through the process of picking a mission and seeing which one's the best for the day. Because when it's chapter missions, I usually try to be enough levels where I don't, you know, get killed instantaneously. And I sometimes don't check to see if I over-prepared or not because I usually don't have to. In a game that is focused on similar to MMOs, so I don't really have a reason to care about them that much. So there's that involved. Let's go ahead down the elevator. Down below, open the door, and hello, Swift Shard. Well, this is great.
Get a load of this.
Get a load of this.
Lay down some fire.
I'm gonna break your arms. I'm gonna break them all off. Oh, you got staggered, buddy. I was hoping you'd topple him. There we go. Arm is almost broken. I'm gonna do this. All right. Ooh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hyper beam. Oh no. We're getting hit by the hyper beam. I have hit you entirely. Oh wait, this is not Pokemon logic. There we go. And when it's grounded, it's actually easier to take care of. And smack.
Nice work.
Still not finding anything I really want from these dang areas. Plus, it's not easy to get materials from enemies as conveniently. Treasure Sensor would help, but I really don't trust my luck of Treasure Sensor right now. I might as well increase the Treasure Sensor amount. Let's go ahead and try that. All right, there we go. I think I have Treasure Sensor up. I think I still have a lot of Treasure Sensors from the... Yes, I do. That will boost it by 20% crit drop rate. That's actually pretty more convenient. Unless I'm doing a treasure build, I don't care as much. And we should be reaching the exit of this. This is bad.
No rest for the wicked.
Okay, I'm clearly getting targeted by multiple things in a row. Let's go after this guy at least, because he's going to be more annoying. Enhanced attack range Zig is way more annoying. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And there we go. I'm going to attack the Zig first, because man, oh man, is this thing annoying to play first. There we go. This one can't topple for once. All right, there we go. All right, ooh, hello. And let's keep doing spinning. There we go. And do this again. Let's spin. And there we go. Let's go for this next. There we go. And then let's finish this off. I think it's about to be dead at least. It should be about to be dead. There we go. Ooh. F-Wave. Not as good as I was hoping for. Level 30 gear is honestly pretty bad. What else did I kill? Oh, right. He ignored me because I didn't attack him. Masaki Hunters are the new enemy. They're basically higher grade assassins for the dang ganglion. They're very annoying to deal with. You can only break their hood, and it makes them more vulnerable to damage. Beyond that, though, it also gives them the weakness of topple. Beyond that, it's not as bad to fight these guys. They do drop some decent gear, believe me. They actually do have a good amount of sets, but their gear and build is based around actual evasion versus anything else in the game. So if your evasion is not high enough and your accuracy is not high enough, you will not be able to hit them regardless. So yeah, these guys can be annoying for the first time you meet them.
Nice work.
Thankfully, though, once you beat them up once at the hood, they're actually pretty easy to take down, although there are a lot of items I want to grab here, so let's go ahead and clear these guys out. I'm not too concerned about getting caught. Ah, damn it.
My turn.
Really? Really? Okay, you know what? Bozo. Yes, it was epic. Ooh, gold chest. Advanced Destroyer dual guns. Not as good as I was hoping for. Wow, that's actually decent gear. If only it was high enough level. Eh. Well, let's go after the items we can grab here. The enemies respawn conceivably very fast here. So you're gonna be careful. That's a lot of credits for this area. Let's go climb up this way. Ironically enough, there's actually some gear up here. Let's go ahead this way, and I believe the gear in question is actually at the very end of this pathway. It's right around, I believe it's here. Yes, an alien container. There's a bigger part of this base that we're going to come into later, and it's going to be a lot more skill heavy, and later on, there's actually a dang affinity mission in this area. So keep in mind what you're dealing with, because it's definitely annoying for the first trip here. Honestly, I say this is probably the area that you're going to have to deal with a lot when it comes down to normal enemies and whatnot. So, yeah, beyond that, I don't really have problems with this. Next up is more of these nuisances. Let's go and kill them again. I'll cut this up. Waste of time. Well, that's a cracker. Well, since Aquia is going to attack me anyway, I might as well kill them while I stand. Come here. Yeah, flinch. Whatever. Rank up Unpleasant Dream. Not as good. Gold chest. That actually is a good drop. That is a media. It's a light gear. It's all level 30 gear, so I automatically say no. So let's go ahead up this way. There's nothing else around here that we can worry about right now. Let's go this way. And yes, you're gonna hear the sirens up a lot. That's not fun to hear repeatedly. I believe it's definitely more annoying in this game compared to other games in the series. Because man, oh man, I didn't have this much pain in the neck on. Oh, you made my HP very low. I don't like that. Let's just take care of you while I don't worry about you in the slightest. There we go. How did that happen? Yeah, you can launch enemies up to space. It's hilarious. They also make themselves fall, so it's pretty much more funny.
Let's move.
All right, some of that. Let's get down this way. And let's go up and inside this. This is where you're supposed to be. Or Sim Keep. One problem with this keep. It is actually a trap.
Somehow I knew something like this was going to happen.
The clock's ticking. Take it down quickly.
Before you ask, yes, it's a not blunt shield. Force Cinder is the bigger challenge you may appear to be. You're gonna have to be careful about this guy. Have a overdrive ready, because man, it's a very big pain in that. When you actually get down with it, man, I hate getting hit by that thing. It's also a bit of a pain and moves around a lot, so watch out. All right, let's just get worried about energy cannon. There we go, it's toppled, and now it's about to be dead because getting triple caned by 3 enemies is very easy.
Go you.
If you're not prepared, that thing can be a pain.
What do you think it is?
Part of a machine?
Silly friends, it obviously keyed to big door from before.
I actually think he's right.
Okay. Wow. This way we can ride our skells in.
Exactly.
All right, let's get our skells and immediately get in there. Yes, they sometimes can spawn in with the skells nearby. It's actually pretty annoying, so we gotta be careful. Let's go this way and actually start leaving. How very much so. All right, now that we know if that's, let's go where we're supposed to go, which is actually, ironically enough, towards this way. Let's go ahead and actually head over to the center. All you gotta do is get your skulls in there. It does not matter how you do it. It does not matter even if you're out of your skells, you can actually still press elevators if you're in your skells. Let's go and turn around so I don't accidentally summon the button. There we go. I don't know if that's Elma or Lynn. Yeah, you'll continuously fall if you're not careful. It happens a lot. If your skull is too light, believe me, it does. So we're out of here, and now we can leave. We're in the necessary center of the area. If you're not prepared for this fight, I will recommend getting a new skull and everything else ready. Otherwise, you're good to go.
I expected no less from NLA's #1 team.
Lau!
The Ganglion really are afraid, you know. Even Luxar, their leader, trembles at the idea we might get our bodies back. That's why he had me stick around here, to keep you out of his tendrils.
You knew we had no choice. We had to chase after that stolen data terminal.
None of this will matter soon. Once they destroy the Lifehold core and all of us with it, this'll all be over.
You don't sound so excited anymore.
Of course I'm excited. Why wouldn't I be? We can finally stop living this goddamn lie. We'll all be free at last.
We'll all be dead, Lau! How does that free anyone? Instead of reuniting with our real flesh and blood?
Wrong. We're already dead, Lynn. Our flesh and blood burned away with the earth.
Listen, Lau. We don't have time for a debate here. We came here for that terminal, and we're taking it back with us, whether you like it or not.
Of course. You wouldn't want to hear this, would you? Or have them hear it? Fair enough. Let's go.
The Fog Ares, piloted by none other than Lau. Fog Ares is very dangerous for those who are first fighting this thing. It is an experimental skill created by the NLA. It is comparable and powerful. In fact, it's capable of a lot of different attacks that can definitely cause a lot of debuffs to your skill. And ironically enough, it's day-friendly dangerous. Thankfully, though, we are managing to do a lot of hits. Gravity Slash. However, it does have a fatal flaw, as its speed is tied for a lot of other skills in the game. And it's, in fact, definitely one of the earlier skills. Sadly, since it's an experimental skill, it's not the best skill in the world. There are better in the game, don't get me wrong. Let's go and use the Wild Whip and do a bit of damage. It's going to take a lot of hits to take down. We only get capable of after aiming the body, and anything else boosts attack. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ooh, hello. Let's go for this one and do Wing Blade, cause you to get stagger. Hello, and grab you again. Haha. As you see, the amount of fuel I'm getting back after stacking a bind is insanely quick, and I'm burning less fuel as a result of that dang fuel efficiency. I've already got back the gear I've mixed up and lost. Let's use Gravity Slash. Alright, let's go for the head instead. The head's actually a faster breakable part compared to the other parts in the game. Let's use this Circular's Blow. And I missed. Great. So build arm so I can get myself our timer back. Yeah, the ranged attacks can be annoying for your first trip here. So beyond that, let's force it to target us with the gun form. And we are stuck in the fight right now.
This is wrong. Humanity should have died out along with the Earth. We should have let nature take its course and accepted our fate.
You don't believe that, Lau. If you did, you would have never volunteered to work on Project Exodus in the first place. Or on the White Whale's crew.
Well, I was a believer once. I honestly thought we could pull it off. I knew we couldn't save everyone, of course. Billions of people in that time frame. But a cross-section of races, religions? Yes, it felt like all the usual politics disappeared. People from different countries had to come together. There was no other choice. This was survival. So I signed up.
So what happened?
It was all lies. If you weren't rich, or connected, or part of the First World elite, you got left to die on Earth.
What?
Oh, yes. The only reason people like you and me got on board the White Whale is because they could use our skills, exploit our talents. But everyone else, all those countless souls boxed up in your precious Lifehold core, the same elitist bastards that decided they're the only part of humanity worth saving.
No.
If you don't believe me, ask Elma.
I can't say I agreed with how all the passengers were chosen. But I hardly see how it justifies this madness. We were acting to save the human race. I never understood why humans separate themselves off. My race, my class, religion, country, age. As if it matters in the end. On a genetic level, the differences are insignificant.
No, not insignificant. Not to humans. But really, how could you understand, Elma? Sorry, but I won't let those bastards purge what made us human. I'll kill us all first.
Lau, look. I admit I had no idea about any of this. But killing what's left of us isn't going to solve anything. It's you playing God instead of them. How is that fair?
Don't talk to me about fair. Is it fair what happened to my wife and little girl?
Oh.
That's why I volunteered. I didn't sign up for Project Exodus because I wanted to save the human race. No. I signed up for Project Exodus because I wanted to save my family. We knew there were no guarantees we'd be chosen, of course. We promised each other we'd accept our fate either way. But at least, this way, we had a chance. We had something to hope for. Hope was all we asked for. But there was never any hope. Not really. The decision was already made. We just didn't know it yet. These scum deserve to die, Elma.
No one deserves to die, Lau.
Tell that to Charmaine. And Chenchi. Tell it to everyone we left back on Earth. And you knew they'd seal the fate of all those people. And then you lied. You lied about why no one could know who made it onto this ship until after launch.
The decision came down to saving a subset of humanity or total extinction. I stand by that decision. And I'd do it again. Enough talk. I don't expect you to agree with every decision that was made in the past. But I won't let you destroy humanity's future.
Fair enough. I don't expect you to agree either. That won't stop me!
It didn't have to be like that.
The fight continues. Lau's reasoning definitely is sound. It makes sense of why he's angry. After all, his family was not allowed in the White Whale thanks to dang bureaucracy. But beyond that, we have no choice. We had to take him down to save the people of NLA right now. Ah, dang it, it's evading. Unfortunately, while it's during that state, he is actually completely invulnerable to damage. It's very annoying when dealing with this, and he's invincible right now. So we're probably waiting a little bit to actually knock him down. You can target the head, though, and actually be able to hit him. It's very, very annoying to hit the head, though. There we go. Invincible again. Well, he's invincible again. Now he's actually being targetable in one body part again. Unfortunately, this very annoying how he's invincible repeatedly. This is one of the reasons I hate this fight too much. Fog Ares is definitely annoying. I'm going to use a Flame Crash on Oa because she's way too weak right now. Unfortunately, Hunter's Bow is not exactly going to connect as easily. Yep, it didn't look like it.
You wish.
Nothing else right now. I am doing minimal damage at best. And honestly, I can't do much about it. Go with this again and boost our damage output. And let's use Gravity Slash again at best right now. Here we go. Unfortunately, we have to break some body parts. Unfortunately, this is the best we can do. Alright, let's go after the body. I think it's invincible. Yep, it is invincible. Okay, this body part is not invincible. Let's go after him again and taunt him. Unfortunately, while he's doing this phase, he is very much annoying to fight, and as you see, he's swapping repeatedly. There we go. It finds some hits. Unfortunately, he's also resistant to being affected by his status conditions. He'll keep watching his weakness points every single time after 3 weakness points. As you can see, it's not easy. And now he's invincible again, and I wasted this dang Hypernova. As you see. Alright, now he's vulnerable to damage again. I think he's targeting this again. Let's do Build Arm. Press evasion up. There we go. There we go. Evasion. And now let's do Claw Whip. Unfortunately, there's only so much damage you can do outright speaking when he didn't become invincible again. And he is now invincible again. There we go. Okay. Right now he's invincible. I have to go up to the body part. Gun Force. Okay, there we go. He's invincible again. And now his body's exposed again. I can't do much about it. Let's go in after Wing Blade. There we go. He's staggered. Unfortunately, Lyn is not the best at holding things in the game. So, not good. Let's go for Hunter's Blow. Boom. A lot of damage dealt already. Oh, Lyn actually did a good job with this, and we actually managed to do a lot of hits. Build Arm again. And then let's go for an Overdrive again. There we go. Unfortunately, he is now exposed to damage again. Let's go ahead and do this again. There we go. Okay, you're toppled. That's not good. He has a lot of topple arts. It's very annoying on your first trip here. Okay, I think he's invincible in this spot. Perfect. Hypernova. Gravity damage is very annoying to deal with, and believe me, it's very annoying to fight against. Alright, let's go up to the body, and then we're going to do this again. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Come back here, Cloud. Alright, there we go. We are doing as much damage as we possibly can get. Unfortunately, not as easy. And let's do this. I think he's now vulnerable again on a different body part. Let's go swap again. There we go. Very good. I'm glad I swapped. Otherwise, I would not be able to do any damage. Gatling attack is very annoying. Alright, let's go for this. And then he's targeting me at least, so I should be able to... Nope, he is not going after me. Again, he keeps targeting the wrong character repeatedly. Gravity Slash. There we go. Go to Build Arm again. Unfortunately, Build Arm is the fastest thing we can get right now. And now let's switch to the body again. Let's go after Hunter's Blow. Topple. There we go. Now he's toppled. I can actually start hitting him repeatedly. There we go. One body part destroyed. His invincibility is now gone. And his other body part is also destroyed. So now he does not have abilities to go invincible. Really good. Alright, Gun Force. Let's go this. Force the dang aggro onto me. Perfect. I should be able to stagger him now. Let's go Build Arm again. And then let's continuously get his attack going. Alright, Invasion. There we go. Let's use Wing Blade again and stagger him. Oh, okay. Not fun, but thankfully the Invasion is really helping a lot. Unfortunately, it doesn't last as long as I'd hoped, but it is fine. Total Evasion while doing it. There we go. He's staggered, and now he should be over. Let's go for Hypernova. It's over, Lau.
No, I won't let you win.
No more fighting, Lau, and no more excuses. The data.
Go ahead, Elma. Go ahead and shoot, if you're so sure of yourself. Just don't hit the terminal. So, what's it gonna be? The chest or the head? You've got a 50-50 chance. The fate of all humanity hanging in the balance. Gotta love those odds. So, what are you waiting for?
No, Elma, not like this!
Step aside, Lynn. If I can shut down his MIM, there's still a good chance we can extract the data afterwards.
No, damn it, that's not even the point! We're all on the same side here!
You.
You too?
Thank you. Elma, listen. I understand Lau's anger. I lost my family to an accident a long time ago. But if someone promised me a chance of saving them, and that was all a self-serving lie, who knows what I would do?
Lily.
It's disturbing, and corrupt, and disgusting, and yet, that's exactly what makes us human. Maybe we really should have been wiped out of existence. But then...
Lynn. The data terminal. Take it.
What? But Lau...
I'm abandoning my little crusade. Guess I'm just as corrupt as anyone else.
Lau.
I changed my mind.
Changed your mind?
I thought this was about them, but somewhere along the way, it became about me. And about revenge.
It's over now.
So go. The Lifehold core has built-in auto-defenses. It'll take them some time to destroy it. If you hurry, you might still make it in time.
He's right, there's no time to lose. Lynn, can you finish the analysis here?
It's technically possible, but without the full NLA mainframe working on it, it would take way too much time.
Then we have no choice. Let's get back to the city ASAP.
Lau, too. Come back with us to New LA.
Yeah, right. As if I could ever set foot inside that city again.
It won't be like that. Not once everyone knows the facts, at least. They might not agree, but they will understand.
You're naive, Lynn. You'd lock me up and toss away the key. Or worse, a lot worse.
Maybe, but that's on you. You have a lot to answer to. So either way, we're taking you back with us.
I'd rather be shot.
Come on, Lau. Let's go home.
Fine, whatever. But there's no time to evac me. You go ahead.
But that's... Elma.
He's right, Lynn. Time is running out. We need to move, and fast.
All right, then. Lau, we'll send some medics for you, okay? Just stay put. Until then, you're not allowed to die, you hear me? I'll see you back in New LA.
Sure. Great, you got it. How about you go already?
Okay.
Tatsu will split special lunchbox with Lau. Because Lindley says Lau not allowed to die. So Lau stay alive for Lindley or else Tatsu kill him.
not allowed to die. Of course I'm not. Even if I killed myself, I'd just wake up in a new Mim anyway. Charmaine, Chenchi, I'm so sorry, girls. Seems like Papa can't come to be with you just yet. Damn it. I'm sorry. You watch over each other until I get there.
And with that, the Fog Ares has been defeated, and we even have a hollow figure for it. Not only that, if you look behind you, Lao is no longer there. Quite odd. He must have already gone ahead. But until then, let's not fly there. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's head back to NLA and finally go to Blade Tower to tell them we have all the data. We are back in NLA, and we have all the data we need. Commander Van Dam is over here. Hopefully, everything will be okay.
Tell me you got it.
Yes, sir.
Thank God. Let's get it analyzed.
Commander, hold on. Lau's still back at the Ganglion base in Caldros. He's seriously injured.
Yeah? And? What exactly are you getting at? I know you aren't suggesting we help that backstabbing bastard. He tried to kill you guys.
I am, but...
He's been through a lot, Commander. You know his story as well as anyone. When we signed off on Project Exodus, we knew there'd be cases like Lao. Potentially hundreds of them. Look at Irina. She's still struggling with losing her brother. But we moved forward anyway, for the greater good of mankind.
Irina didn't try to kill us. In fact, she's been doing everything she can to help further Blade's cause.
Are you sure?
Hmm?
According to Gwyn, she's been acting strange. Reckless. Almost suicidal. He thinks maybe she wants to die.
It takes different forms, but it's coming from the same place as Lao. Of course, it's no excuse for what he's done, just putting it in perspective.
Fine. We'll bring him in.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Commander.
I wouldn't get too excited about it. Especially after I break every bone in his body.
It's going to take a bit to complete the analysis. Let's regroup at the barracks.
Chapter 11 is done. Lao has been defeated and we retrieved the data terminal. It'll still take some time to process the Lifehold core. With that out of the way, another story chapter is ended. And when this chapter is ended, by the way, for those who are curious, a new thing is available at the AM market. Also, I don't know why the dang fall ball's up. So, when you get past the Project Ares, or rather the Ares Fog, or Fog Ares, you can go to the AM terminal now and actually check out some things that are new. Go to Develop New Gear and actually go to Skill Frames. Something is not new yet, but there are more things available later in the future. You have access to new materials and new weapons later in the future, but right now, Chapter 11 really doesn't open too much out of the way besides getting a storage probe. Beyond that, though, there is nothing really else we can do. New missions do get unlocked after you complete that mission, and there even is a one for Caldros in Chapter 12. But 12 is very long, and new missions open up back in the dang Rothian Stronghold. But beyond that, there are more affinity missions that are opened up after you complete that mission. I would recommend doing this because it's actually a lot more variables and variables. I don't know why I'm saying it like weird like that. Tobias also shows up with his more missions and well as other things. Beyond that, though, we will be focusing on affinity missions after this mission. So, I think we are going to stop here for today. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, let us go and talk to somebody we haven't talked to in a long while. This affinity mission will be the one we're talking to. Back with Nail. See you all next time.